Here we go!
What's up? How y'all doing? It's been a minute. I know. Every time I feel the need to pick up the camera, and I even record little clips to make vlogs, I end up not doing it because I'm like, man, I ain't in the mood. Man, I have so much footage, and then I get to a certain point, and then I just lose it, and I'll be like, dang, I can't close it out that way. I don't know. Maybe I'll get back in the mood to vlog very soon, but right now I just wanted to talk about being a first-time mama and also postpartum depression. I don't know if a lot of people experience that, but it is hard, y'all. It's very hard, and I didn't realize I had it. I started Googling it, and I'm like, oh my God, like 90%, 95, I say 98% of everything that they said was me. And I'm like, wow. Sometimes you just blinded and you don't even realize what you're doing or what you're going through until it just hit home sometimes. But first off, we're gonna start off with being a first-time mama, and I have to say that my experience being a first-time mama has been nothing short of amazing. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying my little boo-boo. She growing up so fast. She doing stuff like ahead of time, like certain babies supposed to do it. You know, they got this little timeline where baby's supposed to do stuff at certain times. But I'm watching her, and she doing stuff like earlier than that. And I'm just really amazed at her progression, at her little self, her little personality. She just a lot. I don't know. I wasn't really prepared to be nobody mama. I wanted to be a mom. I prayed to be somebody mama, but I didn't really know what I was getting into. I didn't really know the joy that it would bring. I didn't really know how it would change my life so much. I really didn't know what to expect, and I still don't know what to expect in the upcoming months and years. But at the moment, I could say that it has been amazing, and I wouldn't take it back. I wouldn't trade her for the world. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't try to go back and get some sleep, you know, sleepless nights, up all night. None of what I went through, even during the pregnancy, being sick, being uncomfortable, being a little crazy, being cranky and all that crap, I wouldn't take none of it back. But I'm happy to be a mom. I want more children in the future, probably in the next year and a half or so. I wanted 3, but I want at least 1 more, and I'll be satisfied with 1 more. So she could have a little sister or a brother. I started off saying I wanted a boy. I don't know, but I prefer to have another little girl, so she could have somebody she could be close to or whatever in age, you know, growing up, have somebody. Because when I was young, I didn't have nobody growing up with me. Like, it's a 10-year gap between me and my sister, and then my sister that's above her, it's like a 13-year gap between her and me, and then it's a 8-year gap between me and my brother. So it really wasn't like a childhood growing up playing with your sister, doing different stuff. It was kind of awkward. It was more like they were like my elderly, like they took care of me and whatever. Especially my sister, she was more like my mama than my sister. So she still tried to be my mama more than my sister, but nonetheless, I don't want Lily to have to wait though that long length in time to get another sibling, because I want her to actually have a good childhood growing up with her sibling. Hopefully, you never know what happens, but yet and still my intentions are good in that matter. But she currently 6 months right now, and she currently doing her little rolling back and forward, trying to crawl. She's sitting up a little bit, but she ain't completely mastered it. But I say I give it about another week, and she'll be doing more crawling and probably more sitting up. She's really trying. I'm gonna put a video up of her trying to do her little move, whatever. She really trying to do it, and I commend her because she's been really practicing behind the scenes, she wasn't showing me at first. I would go in her room at night while she in there asleep. She'll be on her back. I go back, she on her stomach, or I go back, she on her side. And I'm like, hold up, who moved this little girl? I go ask her daddy, did you move her? How did she get over here? Or I come back, I face her this way, I come back, she face that way. And I'm like, So she be doing her little stuff when ain't nobody looking. But now that she know the cat's out the bag, she know that we know she could do it. Now she just all over the place, doing all kind of stuff. But I'm excited that she growing and she learning. I started doing the little bye-bye gesture, and she try to do it too. Like, so it's amazing to be able to teach her different stuff and see what she can comprehend and learn and grasp on her own. It's amazing. It's really, truly a blessing in itself. But I really wanted to talk about the postpartum depression. That has really got your sister down. It got me down so far. I don't know. I really, truly think I had a dark cloud following me everywhere I went. I was just like really, really in a dark spot, and I really, really didn't understand. And on the top of the depression, I'm currently taking a birth control shot, and the shot kind of contributed to the depression because it got its side effects, and I was just shell shocked, to be 100% honest about everything. I'm just gonna put it all out there. I have been going through a whole lot from the beginning. Well, I say midway of the pregnancy up until about maybe a month ago. And I started doing research on the shot, and I started realizing that I had postpartum depression, and I really didn't know how to go about it. I really didn't know what to do. As I started realizing that I did have it and the shot was really making me a little bit uncomfortable, or I started trying to talk to people, tell people what's going on with me, because honestly I didn't know at the time. But I'm trying to explain to them that y'all gonna have to forgive me, because this ain't me, and I'm not used to being like this. Like, I might have a little spell where I'm upset or whatever, somebody upset me, and I'll probably get a little crazy sometimes, but I don't be walking around for months and months and months and months and months at a time like I was walking around. I was walking around in a toe up, from the flow up mood, lashing out, very emotional. It was just very, 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 very tough on people that was around me, especially my child's father. And I kind of like withdrawn from life, kind of put myself in my corner by myself, put myself on timeout, kind of bagged away from a lot of people, because I don't really want to run nobody away, to be honest, because it's hard. It's really hard, especially when you don't understand what's going on and you're really not trying to understand what's going on. It's hard, and you just get tired of explaining yourself. You get tired of trying to make people understand or get them to a point where they understand you. So I just kind of bagged away in my own little corner, and I have to admit, it was lonely, it was upsetting, it was hurtful, because I'm not that type of person to be in no corner nowhere, shut off from the world. I'm not that kind of person. I might be a little shy at times when I don't know people, but when I know you and I'm cool and the vibe is right, I like to be around people. I like to be me, you know how you be, you know, out just crazy, silly like. And it's been a real tough run for me, to be honest. I feel like I lost myself somewhere in the midst of all of this that's going on top of the depression and the shot and family. It's just Lord, a lot of sickness, a lot of illness, and it's hard. My sister going through a lot, my daddy going through a lot, my family just going through a lot, and it's a tough time, and it's just really hard to kind of juggle everything, juggle this and juggle that, and try to juggle what you feel, and juggle trying to be a parent, and juggle trying to just fight your own demons, and it's really difficult. but I'm gradually crawling out of this hole, and it's starting to feel good again. But it's a really hard place to be in, especially when you feel like you can't really talk to nobody. You feel like you you really can't solve what you're going through. And I just been really feeling really bad, to be honest. And I don't want to put that energy on nobody else, to be honest about it. I've been praying, and I've even thought about seeing a therapist. I mentioned that before and I never did it, but I'm thinking about doing it. It's just a lot, and I'm not ashamed to say I've been in that spot. Well, I used to be depressed a lot when I was younger, but it seemed like this was amplified times 30. It felt like it was just amplified, and I didn't think I was gonna come out of it. But when you get to that place in your life where you feel like you're depressed, you down, your back's against the wall, the best thing for you to do is to talk to somebody. And the best thing for you to do is to try to get yourself out of that hole, start back, doing what you used to do, doing what you like to do, even trying stuff new. That's my advice to anybody that's going through stuff like that. Don't lose sight of yourself because of what you're going through. Don't lose sight of your surroundings, people that love you. Don't lose sight of that, because once you lose sight, sometimes it's hard to get it back. Sometimes it's hard to come back from where you've been. Sometimes it's hard, but you got to continuously fight every day to be a better person, to put yourself in a better situation, to respond differently to certain things, to open up and be real about how you feeling, even if the next person don't understand you or the next person can't understand you. I mean, some people just can't, and that's fine, but don't shut yourself off because of the way you feeling. Kind of just open up. And that's my thing right now. I'm trying to be more open, more understanding. I'm not going to say I'm not understanding, but I want to be more understanding, because sometimes people misinterpret things. They misunderstand things because of the way they're thinking or how they're feeling. Sometimes we're led by how we feel and what we're thinking, and a lot of times how we feel and what we're thinking is not 100% accurate. So I'm really just trying to work on my mind, my reactions to things, my patience, because that has went completely down the drain, and I'm really just trying to love more and be just a better version of me, because I'm tired of going through the same circles, the same cycles, and waking up feeling the same way every day. Ain't nothing changing. I say I'm gonna do it and I don't do it. I'm just tired. When you get to a point where you're just tired, you got to do something different, and that's what I'm feeling right now. That's the direction that I'm going, and that's really truly all I have to say. If this video has did anything for you, because it was mostly about me letting it out, but if it did anything for you, just go ahead and leave me a comment, holla at me, let's talk, let's chat, and I hope y'all have a beautiful day. It is beautiful here. It's probably like 75-ish. It ain't real hot or real comfortable, but it's comfortable enough not to have a jacket on, not to have, any shoes. I got flip-flops, but it's comfortable where I'm at right now. So I hope y'all have a blessed day, and if you watch this whole video, and I just want to thank y'all for listening, and take care. Come up out of that hole if you in one.